Hello, and welcome back to the 732 review crew with Hazbin Hotel Season 1, Episode 7, the penultimate one. Beef, what happened last episode?
Yeah, Beef.
Last time on Hazbin Hotel, our protagonist, heroine, main character, Charlie, went up to heaven with Aggie, where she had an appointment. She had an appointment with basically the court of heaven, where Adam was going to be there, and Sarah, one of the original angels who's in charge of how souls go, basically. And while we're watching the episode, we get a perspective from Adam, which what is the very slutty one's name?
It's
Angel?
Angel. Where we got it. That's ironic. Where Angel is basically doing what Adam says can be good deeds to get you into heaven. But we find out that no matter what, no devil or demon can get into heaven. And there's a whole song at the end where Charlie's upset, and so is Emily. And we find out that Vaggie was a former angel.
Dun, dun, dun.
And what do we have to do, Beef?
Now we have to investigate and get back to our appointment at the Hazbin Hotel.
Thank you for joining us. We're going to be beginning in 3, 2, 1.
I was expecting more puns. I didn't get a single
I
pun.
think he's
there.
low power right now.
Where are your wings?
Nifty, I don't have...
Did you ever think maybe she's sensitive about her lack of wings? Just like her lack of tits?
Yeah, where are your tits?
How come every time Charlie talks to heaven, we get in deeper and deeper shit?
It's not her fault. Angels are just
Liars?
difficult. In our room. Alone.
Alistair.
I love Razzle and Dazzle.
Oh, Charlie, you look an absolute mess.
How can I face them after failing them all so hard? They came here to be saved, and all I gave them was more pain.
I like that he's kicking his feet.
I'm just as bad as the cruelest overlord in hell. I don't know how you can enjoy all the suffering so much.
Just because you see a smile, don't think you know what's going on underneath. A smile is a valuable tool, my dear.
I like that he's opening up to her. And he's like, you should smile more. It'll help.
Adam has an invincible exorcist army pointed right at my doorstep.
They're not
and there's
invincible.
nothing I can do about any of it.
She doesn't know.
I know something you
Ha!
don't know.
Huh?
Those big scary angels are not quite as indestructible as they seem.
Are we going to see Charlie's rage boost?
I want to keep power scaling.
Anything.
Anything?
Power scale.
Let's make a deal.
You want my soul?
Your soul? Heavens, no. All I need from you is one itty-bitty favor.
Deal.
Her horns.
No.
Right on cue.
Charlie, please tell me you didn't.
I made a deal with Alistair.
Charlie!
Oh, calm down. She still owns her soul.
That's huge, though.
In debt to a demon.
And she's the daughter of the devil.
We have a job to
This
do.
is the longest I've seen Charlie on screen
Without saying-
not being happy.
Oh.
I thought you said without singing.
It's the same thing.
Alistair and Charlie just left like they were running away from their responsibilities. Should we be alarmed?
No.
Oh, yeah. I told Boss about it months ago.
He what?
What? They say insane
Serpentis.
shit all the time. How was I supposed to know this one was true?
Bank accounts are a scam created by the Shadow.
I'm gonna go learn how we can fight back, but when I come home, well, I'll understand if none of you are here.
Why would she lie for so long? Does she think I wouldn't accept her? What about me? Me says ununderstanding.
I like how it's Victorian era in hell. Right?
Where are we?
It is here.
Town.
It is in this
There's a
part,
friend
yeah.
of mine I think you should meet.
In Cannibal Town? But it's surprisingly nice here.
Well, who hasn't thought about eating their first husband? I certainly would have if he didn't taste so bad.
Rosie's the best.
Where have you been? These holes really
He's such a
are so
celebrity.
sparkle.
He's like one of the most powerful demons.
He is an overlord.
Yeah. He's definitely a star and not a has-been.
Pleasure to introduce you to Princess Charlie Morningstar, daughter of Lucifer and heir to the throne of hell.
How do you do?
Can I offer you something to eat?
Don't take anything.
It makes a lot of sense that they're nice to her, but in a tricky way, because
Demons.
they're all trying to usurp each other.
No, thank you, though.
Get it? Finger food?
We need your help. Well, your cannibals' help, at least, to fend off the attack.
Wow, when you ask a favor, you don't start small, do you, Your Highness?
They will be able to eat their fill.
Well, in that case, sure, why not?
Free food.
Really? What can I say?
Free
I
food.
like your moxie, girl.
I know what you did on Extermination Day. We can talk about it inside, or I can yell about it out here.
Oh, come in.
Right, you open that door. Hello? We know an angel fell at your hands, and we need to know how.
No.
What do you mean, no? The Princess of Hell
means nothing to me.
She's such a
You have to
badass.
do better than that. I will not invite destruction into my house on my people.
You didn't pick the fight, but it's here now. They won't stop until all of hell is wiped out, so you can help us make a stand here together, or you can stand alone tomorrow. And what do you think your chances will be then?
You're out of time.
A fight?
Angels attack quickly, viciously, and without mercy. You'll need to defend better than that.
I just thought there was a song.
Well, it said music crescendoing.
But to get this group into line, you gotta win them over.
Settle it! Important meeting.
It's not like you've ever failed to inspire before.
This group sticks together, so in
Rosie's my
order to
spirit
convince any of
overlord.
them, you'll need to convince all of them. And there's one in particular.
Susan.
Susan.
Whoa! Bring Rosie back.
Susan.
Susan.
My name's Charlie.
Susan's my
And
Blood
let me start over. Angels are coming to chill us.
Yeah, Susan.
Where's all the
I have
finesse? Fucking
and,
mediocre. You old bitch!
Okay, we'll be back after a brief intermission.
She is kind of teaching her right now. But honestly, this is like a slight plot hole to me that Vaggie didn't know about the weakness, but she was like the number one.
Wait, you know?
She knew, what?
How?
You have a giant X over your eye with an angelic spear. It's not rocket science. Help me. Did you know angels could be harmed?
No.
They tell angels they're
It
invincible
shows
too.
in how you fight. Angels wield no shields, little armor, and fight with reckless abandon. Strike them here, and here.
So the vitals got it.
What? Some secret weapon of yours?
Stupid girl, are you really so dense you don't realize you're holding the
Oh.
Angelic weapons? It's that simple? How has no one else figured this out?
Angelic steel isn't common, but my daughters and I were cornered in that last extermination. You don't become an angelic arms dealer without arming yourself first.
Oh.
So the steel's in her leggings, I guess.
Out for
Cool.
love.
See, I like this song.
This is a nice beat.
That's why I like the beat.
Her two songs so far have been hot.
But you'll only stand a chance if you're out for love. Out for love.
It's so funny because every time I watch this, sometimes I'm like, this is such a good song, and other times I'm like, this is okay.
It's the beat. The beat is good in this song.
Mm-hmm.
The choreography is honestly really good.
Insane, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, look at that.
My girlfriend is an exorcist angel, and she never told me.
Oh, shit. Quite a secret.
How does that make you feel?
Just
Angry?
angry because we share everything. Because she always supported me and my ideas, and now I don't know whether or not that was just more of the lies. Oh no, that's a horrible thing to think. Do I think that?
Have you ever once doubted that she loves you in return? Well, then what's the
Yeah,
problem?
really, come on.
She took part in the very thing we've been working so hard to end.
Well, isn't that silly hotel of yours all about redemption?
Oh.
If there's anything I've learned, it's that words are cheap, but actions, they speak the truth. So, what have our actions said?
I wonder why
Rosie.
I wonder why Rosie is not as
schemy,
demonic as the other demons.
A billion needy
Like how Susan
faces.
fleshed
I
out
guess
everybody
what
else
I
is
mean to say is, for the first time in my life, I might have to be ready for this. Ready to be the one who's leading from the front. Gotta come into my own. Gotta come into my throne. Gotta take charge and defend my only home. Like you're
I like how they're fleshing out more
willing to
demons
die
as we
to
walk
save
down.
the people of your city.
By die, do you mean use my teeth to rip flesh apart?
That's a start.
And feast on all the angels you can eat.
Okay.
Free food!
Yeah, I told you, free food. I knew it.
Yeah.
That little boy cannibal.
They're dancing along. They're singing her song.
Where's Susan?
Surprised why I knew she could do it all along.
Susan needs to approve.
She did.
She's filled with potential that I could guide.
I concur.
Stick with her, you'll be on the winning side. For the first time in our lives, we know that we are ready for this.
We'll show heaven a fight they won't forget.
Yeah, there's Susan. See, she's nodding. I needed that.
The wings are new. They look nice.
Oh.
Come on, let's go home.
Gotta break those wings in.
Look, they all stayed.
The eggs.
Look
They're my
who decided
favorite.
to show up.
Yay.
Charlie.
Oh, that was it. That was fast.
Oh.
I really liked that episode. That was probably my favorite one so far.
I just really like that song that Charlie does in Cannibal Town because it's pretty much Hazbin Hotel's take on Welcome to the Black Parade. Nope. I'll fight you on this.
I didn't hear it in the tone of the music.
It's not in the tone. It's in the message.
I
Because both
personally,
of them are about like coming into your own, stepping up to the plate. Because even in the opening stanza of Welcome to the Black Parade, you have.
And I was young, where my father took me to the city to see a marching parade. He said, "Son, when you grow up, leader of Shazam." I forgot the
right. Okay.
Lead them in the Black Parade.
I like I'm not okay.
What?
I like I'm not okay.
I like what's the teenage one? Teenage.
I can't remember.
All right, back to this note. I actually say, like I said, I thought this was my favorite episode so far. And I wasn't really into a lot of the singing in the previous episodes, and I have been doing some editing of these episodes because I'm the editor. And listening to them a second time does get a little more catchy, especially the intro, which I like because it's nice and catchy. I always like catchy intros. But the salsa song, I think it was a salsa song.
I don't know the exact genre.
It was some sort of
It was ballerina tempo.
It was ballerina, I guess. Okay, ballerina tempo, whatever it was. The song that was sang with Vaggie and was it Rosie?
Vaggie.
Carmine. I'm sorry.
Carmine.
Rosie's the cannibal. So Carmela, right? Carmine, and Vaggie. I like that song. The lyrics were kind of okay. The singing, the tone of the voice didn't match sometimes the music, but beyond that, I really loved the beat. Like sometimes it was like it was just like almost opposites clashing, which is kind of the feel of Hazbin Hotel. Is like it's just a lot of people are like opposites and they clash, but then they also come together too.
I mean, the story and the setting are clash just like that, so that's a good point you bring up because I mean it's basically a Disney prison story.
It's not about harmony,
but it's in hell.
Yeah. It's not about harmony in this world. It's about working together to get what we need, and it's not always the same goal, but we're all using each other to get there. Our Hazbins are in the Hazbin Hotel are all working together to
Our
redeem
Hazbins.
themselves. We see Alistair working with everyone so that he could potentially use Charlie to usurp probably Lucifer because he sees that she's powerful and that she's probably one of his few weaknesses is the daughter of Lucifer. And then Rosie was like, oh, we're overlords, we could do this together, because obviously everybody wants power when you're demons, and as a result the number one way to get power is to become the new Lucifer or the controller of hell.
Well, you brought up a good point, and I wanted to know if you caught that. Why do you think Alistair made the deal with Charlie? What do you think he was hoping to get out of this?
So, I don't have a specific favor in mind that he would ask for, but he didn't ask for a soul. But if I had to assume from the episode that we also saw with Alistair and Lucifer interacting, I think that Alistair's goal. I don't know if this is going to happen, but in my mind, Alistair's goal could be to get Charlie to do a favor that she really doesn't want to do. And so in order to counteract that of Charlie not wanting to do what she's going to do, her dad's going to step in and say, I'll take the brunt of the contract. I'm like, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm like 90% sure we saw someone, you can substitute someone else for a deal.
I don't think so.
Like if they're consenting. I don't know if we saw that or if I'm thinking of something else.
Alistair would take the deal with the devil if to save the daughter.
Right. Well, it's not the deal with what I'm saying is I think he's going to put Charlie in a compromising position where it would be something that she can't come back from, and so in order to not get that deal, Lucifer is going to be like, I'll make a deal with you, Alistair, as long as you don't do this. And then if he owned Lucifer's soul, he could probably overcome the power of whoever also holds Alistair's soul himself.
Want to hear my theory?
Yeah.
Alistair, being the radio demon, making a deal with Charlie, can't get her soul. He can't kill her. He's going to ask her to marry him, and she can't say no.
Where he doesn't have to harm anyone?
Because if she marries him, then he becomes the Prince of Hell. And he's one death away from being the King of Hell. And with the Queen of Hell. So as a result, the number one thing to do is, instead of taking somebody's soul, you take their hand in marriage, and you technically are together. And with the contract, she can't divorce him because she's required by the contract to be with him because she agreed for his help. And as a result, you know, maybe Lucifer will try to step in, but he can't break it because it's a contract. And as a result, we now have Alistair being the Prince of Hell. And maybe, this is a tinfoil hat theory, Alistair is working with some angels to kill Lucifer so that he become the King of Hell, because demons want power, and what way to become more powerful than to be King of Hell, which is Satan. That's my theory.
That's crackpot.
Okay, I'm really happy that we're at the penultimate episode, because that is a crackpot theory, but I really want to discuss it, but I can't until we watch the next episode. Yeah, I think you're extrapolating a fuck ton and just going off into left field with that craziness.
You know I do that.
I don't know if you distinctly remember, but from my own perspective, from where we are, it makes sense because 2 episodes ago, Husk and Alistair had that altercation that showed that Alistair was chained by someone.
Yes.
So that makes a lot of sense.
Chained by Satan. And as a result, he's gonna ask Charlie to break the.
Well, why wouldn't Lucifer?
I don't think
so. Didn't recognize.
I was gonna say Lucifer didn't recognize him, and I feel like if you have a demon as powerful and dangerous as Alistair, you would definitely recognize him, and you could. It's been shown that if you own someone's soul through Husk and Alistair, it's been shown you can literally just summon them.
Lilith,
out of anywhere.
Lilith has his soul. Mom.
Maybe.
One thing I also want to bring up too, discussing this, is I'm curious if we're going to see the Archangel Michael in this, because as they talk about, there's the exorcists, but Michael is the Archangel of War. So if there's going to be a cleansing and a war at some point, if we're going to do power scaling and hell starts to defend itself and heaven has to start sending stronger angels to fight, I would imagine that Michael would be the general next.
I hope so too, since my mother named me after Archangel
Michael. I'm named after my dad's best friend.
Okay.
He passed away, so I'm named after him.
Well, that's very nice that your parents did that. Yes. So let's see. We got Cannibal Town. We got
Cannibal Town was fun. We didn't discuss it.
I mean,
Susan.
Rosie's amazing. Susan's
amazing.
You love Susan
during this series because she's grumpy and I love her. And the fact is that all of Cannibal Town trusts Susan with her opinion, so she's probably been there just as long as Rosie, if not the longest, out of all the regular demons. So that's why they trust her. Plus, she's obviously got some good taste. Besides that,
you're getting outpunned, beef.
we see that the Hazbins are setting up shop. They don't want to leave, and they're going to defend it. I almost wonder if Emily was her name Emily,
the little angel. Yes,
she's going to betray everyone and fall just like Vagi, because she's going to see the way that demons aren't actually. I mean, I guess some of them are terrible, like the cannibals, but some of them also aren't terrible, especially the ones trying to redeem themselves. Also, I like how we find out the way to kill angels is with their own weapons. So they technically are invincible, but if you have angel steel, you can kill an angel. So,
can you correct me on one thing, or see? Because I feel like I've watched something very similar, and I don't know if I'm intermingling the ideas.
Go on.
When they were in heaven, or at some point during the show, was it not hinted at or said that new angels aren't being born?
They make no mention of it.
Okay, so I think I might be watching something else because I'm just thinking because if you wanted to go to war realistically, the angels and not every denizen of hell knows about the weakness, or even in honestly, I really kind of want to see more of what happened in that scene with Carmela
Carbine.
Yeah,
because she decapitated one angel. Did the other angels fly off? Did they try to fight her? Because we only saw one head. So I don't think she killed all 5.
Interesting. I'm curious about that too, because there's a very good scene, and I'm very much so hoping that next episode we're going to see some Charlie fighting and action from everybody.
Yeah.
I imagine we're going to be moving in towards hell or preamble. I would be kind of disappointed if we don't get at least one fight, and then maybe second season, because I know there's a second season, is just the battle between hell and heaven, or the aftermath. If the next episode is 22 minutes long, again, in runtime, not including intro and ending.
But they do a great job of condensing stuff.
I would hope that the war wouldn't be one episode, though, if they're going to do something like that, because that feels like that would have more impact, because you're going to have to see a lot of the big players make their moves, because if we have 2 overlords, potentially, with the daughter of Satan making moves to fight heaven, I imagine the other overlords may either try to occupy the power vacuum or join them.
I think what's going to happen is people are going to think Adam is defeated, and he's going to rise up and raise his hand, and he's going to send Vaggie into the air, and Vaggie's going to be like, Charlie, and then get exploded, and then Charlie's going to like rage boost and be like, and go super demon.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
For us to keep watching. Thank you for joining us with the review crew. I'm Mikey.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Beef.
And this is Hazbin Hotel, Season 1, Episode 7. And as we hit the stride into the finale, we do hope you're enjoying. Check out our Patreon, which does feature full lengths for this and other series. And also, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Bye.
Toodaloo.
Take care.